Okay, so for each equation below, graph the equation and describe the graph. So x as here. So let me do grid first. We can graph all three on one. All three? Sure. Okay, so our x-axis, y-axis. When I don't write any numbers, it means that each box is just one. Okay, so for the first one right here, x equals -4. Now, if I were to make a table of value, okay, but again, how many points do I need to graph a line? 2, right? I only need 2 points. I don't need to do more. You could definitely do more if you want. Okay, so when y is 0, what's x? Melody? -4. When y is 5, what is x? Melody? Still -4. Because that's what it's saying. X is -4 no matter what. Okay? So remember in that table, these are just coordinates. So let's graph this. -4, 0. -4 and 0 right here. -4 and 5 right here. So now when I connect the dots, what type of line am I getting? A straight, well, all lines are straight. Okay. Yep. Vertical line. That's it. Everything okay? Okay. So whenever you have a x equal line, it's a vertical line. So what do you think a y equal line gives you? Like let's say y equals 5, y equals 100, y equals -2. Yep. Horizontal, right? Okay. So whenever you have x equals a number, let's write that down. When you have x equals let's say -4, it's a vertical line. Vertical line. And then when you have y equals -4, for example, it's a horizontal line. Okay. Obviously, these numbers it could be anything. I just wanted to show that when it's a x equals a number or y equals a number. Okay, you get that. Okay, so B right here, y plus 2 equals 0. So what does y equal if I were to rearrange this equation or solve this equation? Okay, we had a whole test last week. Adrina? Exactly, right. Move that 2 over to the other side, so you get y equals -2. So when I graph this, as we just said, it's going to be a horizontal line at where? At when y is -2. And there's my line. And this is a horizontal line. Now, this line, I put 2 points right here. This line, I didn't put any points. But how many points are on this line? Sarah? Okay. Catherine, how many points are on this line? Infinite, right. So I just made these 2 points really big, but it's actually a line is made up of infinite points. Okay. And then the next one right here, so 2x equals 5. Okay. So just right off the bat, can you tell me, is it a vertical line or a horizontal line? Okay, who says this will give me a vertical line? Horizontal. Good job. Okay, because it's x equal. Right. So just like in the last, so right here we moved it over and we -2. So what do we do here? Divide. Yeah, divide by 2. What's 5 divided by 2? 2.5. So x equals 2.5. It's okay since we're just graphing. For the sake of graphing, we can use decimal. So as we said, it's a vertical line at 2.5. So 2.5 is just between 2 and 3. Ugh. If my pen works. There you go. And then, again, another vertical line. Okay, so today's lesson is on vertical, horizontal lines. Okay, they're still lines, same way that we would draw it. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay, good. Okay. Example 2. Last example. Graphing an equation in the form of that. Okay, so this time, looking at this equation, 3x minus 2y equals 6. Who says vertical line? Who says horizontal line? Okay, no vertical, no horizontal, then what type of line? Grace, what were you gonna say? Oh, I thought your hand was up. Sorry. Alright. So if it's not vertical, it's not horizontal, then Sarah? Can it be like both depending on what you want? If you want to find 3x, no, it's not both. Okay. Diagonal. That's right. Whenever you have a x and a y in the equation, it's always diagonal. Okay. So let's prove ourselves. Let's prove it using a table of value. So we have the equation so x, y, 3 values, -4, 0, and 4. This is my equation. 3x minus 2y equals 6. Okay, I'm gonna replace the x with a -4. Okay. Now you guys see why we spend so much time on chapter 3 and 4 with the algebra. So let's see. Catherine, since your mental math is good, what's 3 times -4? Good. Okay. Now I want to move that -12 over. Alright, so I have -2y equals 6 plus 12, which is 18. And then I would divide that by -2. Divide. Alright, so y equals? -9. See, your mental math is good. So there you go. I got my first point. Oh, yeah. Alright. The second one, sub in 0 in here. When you sub in 0 for x, what do you get for, what do you get? Here, I'll do it here as well. So the next one is sub in 0. Alright, anything times 0, that's gone. So -2y equals 6. Divide that by -2. So y equals? Martin? -3. Right. -3. Okay. Sub in 4. Sub in 4 in here. Okay. If my math is correct, what should I get? Yep. How do you know? Right. That's excellent. Okay, so if I did my math correctly, I should get 3. If I don't get 3, double check your math. Okay, you probably made an algebraic mistake. Okay, so because I see the pattern, it should be going up by 3. So when I do my graph, I should have positive and negative values. So I'm doing a t-graph. I don't have enough space for every one, so I'm gonna do 1 for my x and then 2's for my y. 2, 4, 6, 8. -2, -4, -6, -8, -10. And then these are just 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, Okay. So -4, -9. -4 on the x, -9 on the y, right here. 0, -3, right here. And then 4, 3. 4, 3. Okay. When I connect the dots, there, let me try this. Okay, when I connect the dots, oops, I'm trying to, I don't know if you guys can see. I need a better ruler. This one. Okay. Still doesn't show very well. Alright, when I connect the dots, how come my dots don't line up? Yeah. One of the dots is not lining up. So here. Right, okay. So you see, in a table, you can verify that if it's going up by the same amount. In the graph, it should all line up to be on the same line. So notice right here, oops, I made the mistake. This is not for 3, not for 3. I plotted a little too low. I plotted at 4, 2. So 4, 3 is actually here. And now when I draw my line, I can see that, oh, they do line up now in a line. Still a little off, but you get the point. Okay, so there's so many ways for you again to check your answer. For math, the good thing with math is you can always check your answer from one way or the other. So on the test or assignment, check if one of the points is like way off or it doesn't make sense. Double check that work because it should all line up. Okay. And so that's why you can see if there's an x and a y, you'll always get a diagonal line. If it's x equal, vertical, y equal, horizontal. Okay, any questions? Okay, so that's all with today's lesson. Nice and short, 13 minutes.